What if the biggest political fight in Maine isn't even happening on the campaign trail, but in the quiet corridors of state law? We're talking about a potential ballot shakeup that could redefine a crucial Senate race, all thanks to a little-known provision that's suddenly in the spotlight. Before we dive into this legal labyrinth, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow. Now, let's talk about Graham Plattner, the Democratic candidate for Senate in Maine. His campaign has been anything but smooth sailing lately, attracting a firestorm of controversy. We're talking about a tattoo that's drawn comparisons to Nazi imagery, resurfaced Reddit posts where he made some truly inflammatory comments about veterans, sexual assault, and political opponents, and even reports of sexually explicit messages exchanged with other women during his marriage. These allegations have certainly raised eyebrows, and for good reason. But here's where it gets really interesting, and frankly, a bit bewildering. While Plattner faces this barrage of criticism, attention is shifting to a specific, and frankly, obscure, part of Maine's election law. This provision, often overlooked, offers a potential lifeline or perhaps a controlled exit ramp for the Democratic Party. Under Maine law, if a candidate wins the primary, which Plattner is currently favored to do, they have a window to withdraw. And if they do withdraw by a specific deadline 5 p.m. on July 13, party officials have the power to select a replacement nominee. This replacement must be chosen no later than 5 p.m. on July 27. That gives the party a tight 14-day window to pivot, select a new candidate, and get them ready for the general election campaign. Now, there's no concrete evidence right now that the Democratic Party is actively pursuing this strategy. No one's officially saying, "We're planning to replace Plattner." But the mere existence of this legal mechanism has ignited speculation. What options does the party really have if these concerns about Plattner's candidacy continue to escalate? This is happening in a state where Democrats are aiming to unseat Senator Susan Collins, a Republican incumbent, in what's shaping up to be one of the most closely watched Senate races in the entire country. Despite the storm, Plattner, a Marine veteran and oyster farmer, has maintained his defense, and remarkably, he still holds the support of some prominent Democrats, including Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Their backing, especially in the face of these controversies, is notable. However, not everyone in the party is silent. Some figures have publicly voiced their concerns, questioning whether these allegations could indeed complicate the Democrats' chances of winning this crucial seat. For instance, Representative Jake Auchincloss of Massachusetts has described the tattoo controversy as personally disqualifying. And former Maine State Representative Genevieve McDonald, who actually served as Plattner's political director, resigned from the campaign and has openly questioned his viability, reportedly calling him unelectable. So, we have a situation where Maine law provides a post-primary pathway for Democrats to replace their nominee if that nominee voluntarily steps aside. But any such move would face significant political hurdles. As we mentioned, Plattner is the strong favorite to win the June 9 primary. And again, there's no public indication that party leaders are currently orchestrating a campaign to force him out. But sometimes, political reality trumps procedural mechanics. After Governor Janet Mills made the decision not to run, much of the Democratic establishment in Maine seemed to rally behind Plattner. National Democratic figures have also continued to support his candidacy, even as the controversies mount. For now, this whole scenario remains largely hypothetical. Maine law offers a mechanism for replacing a nominee under specific circumstances, but the Democratic Party has shown little public inclination to revisit this race, unless there's a major new development. The question remains, what will that development be, and how will it impact the race for the Senate? What do you think about this intricate dance between controversy and legal loopholes in a high-stakes election? Could this ballot provision actually be used, or is it just a hypothetical escape hatch? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This is a developing story, and the political landscape in Maine is far from settled. We'll be watching closely to see how these controversies and the state's unique election laws play out.